just created this video for you because I've been thinking about you. I want to send this message. Uh, the reason I saw that she had endometriosis, that she was in pain. And with that comes a weird sense that is actually not a way forward. Resistance is a way to create anxiety in the body, create a sense of push, a sense of it's a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, and negative feeling around your body and yourself. This is not these concepts, some of this idea of I am enough and what I'm doing is enough. I know for myself, I was very, very strict for quite a few years with my diet, thinking that ultimately, if I had this perfect diet, then everything would be wonderful. I wouldn't have pain anymore. And there was an element of that that was true, which is possibly why I was so diligent about it. But there was also a lot of anxiety. Going out to meet new people was hugely anxious because suddenly there was a whole lot of foods I now didn't eat, and I didn't know how to confront that. Going out to restaurants was challenging. And so it always made me feel a little bit like an outcast, a little bit like I was weird, I was not normal. And that in itself, I think, can really make you feel isolated. So, just embrace where you're at. Just embrace how you're feeling and accept that it's all okay. Don't sort of judge yourself for how you're feeling. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling anything, it's all okay. And you're okay. And your body will figure this out. And when you're ready, you'll get there. And trusting in that, knowing that you've got this, I think is the biggest part. For me, what really helped was just trusting that the answers would come when I was ready. So, believing that my body wants to heal, it wants to get better, and when I'm ready, the right answers will come to me. Whether it was the right herbal remedy, whether it was the right kinds of foods, they just magically appeared just when I'd sort of felt like, oh, it was all too hard, it was all too difficult. And then suddenly I'd find something incredible and I'd be like, wow, I didn't know this food existed. I didn't know that this food could provide me with so many beneficial properties. So I want you to just let it go for today. Just let it go for this week. Just, you've done so much already. You really need to congratulate yourself for what you've been through and what you've experienced, and just the strength that you've shown, the strength that it takes to have endometriosis, to go through the level of pain, to put on a brave face, to just be okay with who you are. And all the challenges that come with this condition, just really acknowledge yourself for that. Husbands don't get it, friends don't get it. Husbands question why you're so obsessed with figuring this out. Maybe it's your boss who doesn't get it, and that can feel so lonely and so isolating. But you've got that inner strength because you've already been doing it all this time. So really reward yourself for that. Really congratulate yourself for that. That inner strength is really what will drive you to keep going, to keep searching, but most importantly, to keep trusting and trusting that there is a way forward. So I really wanted to share that with you today. I really wanted to just share some thoughts to motivate you, to guide you, because I know how it can feel very limiting. and particularly when we don't feel like we have the support around us. I I've really been focusing on how we view ourselves and how that has an influence on the decisions we make. So, if we're going through something, we might feel justified in making decisions that don't always benefit our health. So, if we're going through something very stressful, we might say, oh, it's just not the right time right now to start making massive changes. I'll just put it off, and I'll have this, chocolate croissant or this chocolate muffin or whatever your thing is. Chocolate's mine. But, whatever your thing is. And instead of questioning that, questioning, well, why are we reaching for those things when we know those things don't support us? What is it, the emotional tie to those things, and how can we find an alternative that's actually going to serve us better? And I've really been questioning this because the last couple of days have been quite sort of full on and quite stressful. And my first inclination is always to reach for chocolate. And I'm not saying chocolate's bad, but I'm saying why, and really questioning that decision, that connection in the brain to chocolate making me feel better. And weirdly enough, it doesn't actually make me feel better because it's not, it doesn't actually fill that space. So what can I do instead? And maybe you've noticed, but I've gone for a walk, and going for a really long walk, and quite a, beautiful walk here in New Zealand along the ocean. And it really shifts the energy on a much deeper level than any chocolate ever could. So I just invite you to explore some of these connections that you might have to stuff that's going on for you. You know, whether it's that you go the other extreme, that you're super strict, so if you like, oh, I've got serious pain, I need to be so strict, it's not working, I need to be stricter and cutting more and more foods out, or whether you go, oh, I'm in so much pain. Who cares? I'm just going to have the pizza because, what else is there in life? Look at that, explore that, see what is your thought pattern here. And where can you come from a place of what actually serves me in terms of nature, what actually serves me in terms of nurturing the body, providing a healing environment rather than a negative, anxious way of doing it. So I hope this is helpful. I really hope that, what I've shared with you has touched you in some way. I didn't get a chance to do videos this week, so I just thought I don't want to miss out on connecting with everyone. So I've just made a live because, hey, it's important for me to be there for you and to give in my way. It's important to me. I really want to change the way women with endo are being treated and the way women are often misjudged, and just the lack of support really makes me angry. Really makes me angry. I just feel that we deserve more, and I don't know if it's because women are women that it's the way it is, because 1 in 10 women have endo, and yet it's just not even spoken about. There's just such a limited amount of knowledge about endometriosis and limited amount of research, and there's something wrong with that picture. So, I feel it's my job to share this information with you and to share and help you, because there's just not enough out there for you. So I hope this is helpful, and feel free to email me if this was helpful, or comment, whatever works for you. You can email me at support@endoempowered.com, and I look forward to helping you and being there for you. Okay, all the best. Bye.